Joe, welcome in the second part of our interview. Let's talk about the Chinese economy. So, in your opinion, what is the impact of the Chinese economy on the performance or on world indices? And don't you think that Chinese role is overestimated?
Actually, I don't. First of all, let's just talk about China. I'm old enough to remember America in the 1950s and the 1960s. And when I first went to China, I saw the same kind of activity. This was a huge growth spurt in America. This is where the middle class in the 1950s and the 1960s, the middle class got not just one car, but two cars. They got houses of their own. They became of age. Now in China, you're seeing the same kind of a thing. You've got, I don't know how many billions of Chinese, smart, hardworking people, and they want what I have and what you have, and they're going to get it. As far as I'm concerned, this is the century of China. I mean, unless they somehow really screw it up. And the leadership there is good. Leadership is smart. So I think the Chinese economy is going to have a huge impact in the world. I think it's the Chinese century. I think they're going to overtake America. I think it's going to be an amazing future for them. And I'm there a lot. I go there all the time. And I can't say enough good about China.
Have you ever considered investing in Polish capital market? Do you know any interesting companies that you would like to invest in?
I have nothing against the Polish equity markets, but I'm just so busy doing what I'm doing elsewhere that I leave that to Piotr. Piotr Geller is a DiNapoli expert. He's been with me for years, and he really knows his stuff. He does invest in the local markets here, and does quite well. And any questions that people would have about my techniques applying them to the local markets, should direct them to him.
Do you think that Polish Warsaw Stock Exchange is the right place for the investor? Do we have the opportunities here?
You definitely have opportunities, and a lot of times if you have a good method, you can apply them in a smaller market, you do quite well. I do think, however, that your local investors should have their eyes on world markets. Maybe not so much Forex, but stock market indices around the world, gold, certainly, silver, oil. These are markets with tremendous opportunity, and opportunity will shift, from one market to the other. So if you're just focused solely on Polish stocks, then your ability to gain profit is going to be limited.
Tell me more about your technique, about your workshops.
The trading technique that I use has to do with leading indicators. The whole attempt is to get out in front of the market so that we know how to interact with price levels before the price gets there. And then once the price does get there, we have means of measuring whether or not we should stay with the trade. It's not just Fibonacci based, but also there are other leading indicators that I've developed over the years. The idea is primarily to get out in front of the market rather than to use lagging indicators, which always, by definition, are late.
Joe, my last question. What do you think about Poland in general?
Well, I love Poland. I've been coming here now, I think something like 16, 17 years. When I was invited to do this conference, memories of Zakopane came back to me, and the conference in Zakopane was fantastic. Well run, beautiful place, and so I was very anxious to come back here to Karpaczu. Any chance I have to come to Poland, I take advantage of it. The people are very friendly, very nice, and I love the mountains. I can't say enough good about Poland, frankly.
Thank you.
It's true.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the interview, and I hope you will enjoy the Wall Street conference.
Well, my pleasure entirely, and again, thanks for the invitation.
Thank you. My today's guest was world famous trader Joe DiNapoli. I know that Joe is the best, but who would you like to see next time in my program? Write it in the comments and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.